And breathe, and breathe. So the intention initially, hello, it's John McLauchlan. We are live. The intention with this was to use some software that I put together. I'd never actually gone live using the software, and because I'm technically inept, it didn't work. So here we are live, just going through the studio, the YouTube studio. Welcome. So this is Chat with Mac, and it's just a Q&A for anybody who has questions and answers or looking for answers in relation to building an online business. And I get loads of questions, and I do lots of things online, and really there's a lot of people asking questions about business and about me and anything else. So I thought I'd just come on live and just answer one or two of those questions that have come in. Okay, so first thing I want to kind of straighten out is there's a lot of people on here who ask me questions about my lead gen secret, about Live Good, about what's the other thing, the Home Business Academy. You know, what are you doing? And let me just give you some background on that. So going back to 2020, I decided 2020, that's like 5 years ago, I decided to build an academy. So I wanted to get all this information, sort of marketing experience and business experience into some sort of an academy. And I started building this thing back in 2020. And because I am technically, I find technical stuff difficult, but I just do it anyway. It took me a long time to get the right software and then all the design elements. And anyway, it went on for 5 years, and it got to a point where I'm kind of telling people, you know, this great academy is coming, it's on its way, and that's really all I was saying, because I didn't give myself enough time to kind of to build it, and I was building it with the wrong software. Anyway, fast forward to August of last year, I decided to cut everything out and get this academy finished, give 100% dedication to getting this academy done. And I got it done. But of course, in the meantime, you kind of don't sort of keep up with. I mean, I was doing a case study on my lead gen secret, which I still do my lead gen secret. I'm going to give you some updates about that in a second. But I didn't do the videos, and I wasn't doing the marketing, and I wasn't keeping in touch with people in the way that I wanted to. Yeah, of course, I was still doing things like emails, but not 100%. So that's really where we are right now. The academy is now finished. It's done. It's live. All the things that I said I was going to do, like we all do, is now done. Okay. And that's kind of one of the reasons for doing this session. So let's start from the top. The academy, it's called McLauchlan Academy. The links are below. You can have a look at that. And it really is the place to learn online business. And if you need to know anything, you know, it's a great resource. I'm really chuffed it's finished. So let's go forward to the Home Business Academy. I started promoting that a little, I don't know how long ago, was it 18 months ago? In fact, I don't tell me if this is a common story. You kind of stumble across something that someone's promoting, you look at it, and you kind of don't really look at it, and then you give it a wide berth, and then you look back at it again, you go, well, not really. I don't. That was the way I approached the Home Business Academy when I first was introduced to it. This was going back 5 years. And I thought, well, I don't really need the software. I don't really need the community. And I bypassed it. And then it came across my path a little while ago, I say about 18 months ago, and I decided to go into it. And I just realized that I'd wasted so many opportunities to make additional commissions with the Home Business Academy. And really, the one thing you'll find with this industry, if you're on board with this industry right now, or if you're thinking about getting on board, first of all, it's exciting because it's all new, and you're introduced to new concepts, and it's like an epiphany moment for many people. And then you get this emotional roller coaster where you met with people that you thought were helping you are just there to try and sell you stuff. And they're just trying to sell you more and more stuff. And then what happens is sometimes with this industry, because it's business related, it can go toxic very quickly. And this is part and parcel why sometimes companies get shut down because people get a bit too greedy, and they try and do things just to make money rather than build a culture of trust, of empathy, of compassion, which is exactly what the Home Business Academy does. And it's a rare thing. It really is a rare thing to be involved in a community that really cares about people. So that aside, it also pays 80% commissions, which, is phenomenal. Okay. So yes, I am still involved with the Home Business Academy, and I always will be, because that's kind of the person I am. I kind of stick with something, and I don't really quit. I never quit. Okay. But that's where we are with that. Right, moving on. Live Good. I started promoting Live Good back in 2 years ago. It was the 13th of February, 2023, 24, 25, yeah. Okay, well done, John. You can do a bit of maths. When I started promoting Live Good. And I grew real quick, got to gold in about 6 weeks, ended up with 700 and odd members in the team. And what I've discovered with Live Good is that, yes, you look at the numbers, you look at the business model, and you go, yeah, this looks great from a business perspective. Let's go forward with it. And what I found with Live Good is that it's serving a need that the industry and also the health industry, or at least the state of people's health, is tackling it head on. And I had no interest in getting involved in a network marketing business simply because I knew most were taking the mickey out of the distributors. Most network marketing companies, they sell big packages. They make the majority of their money on the backs of distributors who are paying for an auto ship and paying for overpriced products. And that's why I wasn't really interested in network marketing. So I looked at Live Good. It was completely different. It was a membership-based business model. There was no auto ship needed. And from the numbers and from the business model perspective, it looked fantastic. And when you look at a business, if it's going to be good or not, when you've got a bit of experience. So, does the website work? Is everything configured properly? Are people getting paid commissions on time? And the thing with Live Good is everything was exactly in place from the start, and it's just got better and better. But from a passion perspective, the health of the nation is the worst it's ever been. People are overweight. People are dropping dead. People are dying of heart attacks, strokes, goodness knows what. And it's not the consumer's fault. It's not the people's fault. It's the lack of information and the misinformation that has been distributed for years because companies want to profit. I'm sure anyone's had issues where they've lost people owing to ill health, which when you look back and you look at the way nutrition has been taught, a lot of those things could have been prevented. And Live Good know this, and it's headed, one of the guy that heads the guy that puts the formulas together is a pharmacist. And he said, look, I've seen this before. I want a professional pharmacist, and I've seen companies get people to be sick and keep them sick for profits. And anyone should be getting on board with that from a passion perspective. And you tell me anywhere in the world, any company that is tackling that head on, because most companies are scared to say anything out of the mainstream. So well done, Live Good. Fantastic that what you're doing, and it just keeps going from strength to strength. So we'll be putting some more videos together about Live Good and telling people what I'm doing. And also, if you are involved with Live Good, if you're a Live Good affiliate, what has happened? I mean, when I first joined, there were 23,000 affiliates, paid members, and now there's over 1.7 million. Okay, what does that tell you about the company and also the state of the industry? So what I've done, there's a lot of people who come on board with Live Good, their upline quits, and they don't have any help. They don't get any help and support. And I get questions all the time. can you give me some help or support? And now, yes, I can offer you some help and support for free through the academy. And what I'll do, I haven't got the link on the description, but reach out to me with a question, and I'll give you the link so you can get a free account, and it gives you all kinds of information and help and advice. I'm also putting together another free course on how to build your live good business. So if you're looking for help and support with that, reach out to me, because I've got that available for you inside the academy. Okay, next one, Marley Gen Secret, the company that attracts people who love it and people that hate it. Okay, and I'll tell you, with Marley Gen Secret, in fact, I've got a question I'm going to read out because somebody asked me a question earlier on about it. I was doing a case study up until August. Now I'm still doing Marley Gen Secret every single day. I'm just not reporting on it like I used to. I used to get on board every day, do a video, do a training, and then I just thought, look, this is taking a long time. I need to get the academy finished, and that's what I'm doing. So we're going to be going back to that. So now the numbers keep increasing. What I've found with Marley Gen, and you'll find as an online business owner, you're going to find this with any type of marketing that you do. Whatever marketing you do, I think my microphone's working. It'd be interesting if it wasn't. Whatever marketing you do, it's always good to corroborate that marketing with something else. And what I mean by that is, like, if you're sending emails via Marley Gen Secret and you're also looking for affiliates, then do a video. And what I found is that at the peak of what I was doing with Marley Gen Secret, the income was around $700 a month from ClickBank sales. Then I also had affiliate sales in there as well. And on the investment that I made with Marley Gen, I was 10, 12xing what I was putting in. So I was getting a lot back, and I still do get a lot back because it's recurring income. That's another little thing you want to be looking at, is everything that you do in business, make sure it's got a recurring income model attached to it. Anyway, if you corroborate what you're saying on one platform, or corroboration is two things together talking the same language, corroborate it, okay, because it makes a big difference. If you're doing Marley Gen, do a YouTube video, okay? If you send an email, then send an email to put a post out on your Facebook saying, look, I've just sent out an email, have a look. So it's that corroboration that makes a difference. If you're going to upload a video on YouTube, then upload another video on another different platform to corroborate it. So send people from one platform to another platform, and it makes a huge difference. And I remember doing this a few years ago, and I would upload something to YouTube and then upload something to Dailymotion, and the difference was night and day. It really does. It makes a big difference because you're sending people from Dailymotion to YouTube, from YouTube to your offers, okay, and it makes a difference there. So do that. One thing I will say, I'm going to read this question out in a second, but there's a lot of people who want to know a secret. What is the secret? Excuse me a second. I should really bring water on these, but nice bit of coffee. What is the secret to building a successful online business? What is the secret to gaining some traction and making some dollars in my online business? And then what is the secret to actually getting to a point where, this income is making a difference? I remember someone saying to me years ago, you've got to get off your butts. And it wasn't the anatomical, but it was the get off your butts. Yeah, but what if? Yeah, but. You want to do a video? Yeah, but I'm scared. Okay. You want to do a blog post? Yeah, but I haven't really got time. It's that sort of thing. And it's that kind of thing that stops people from being consistent. And the secret ingredient, I'll tell you right now, to building an online business is being consistent. Doesn't matter how good you are, because you'll improve. Doesn't matter what your content looks like, because you'll improve. Doesn't matter if If your videos look really poor and the lighting's poor, because you'll improve as you go along, because you'll learn. Okay, if you're that way inclined, but you've got to be that way inclined to start with, and you've got to be consistent with your message, and you've got to just keep the foot on the gas and keep going. Now, what do you start with? If you think about Tony Robbins, right, he talks about chunking. And it's like, if you get up, if let's say you go into bed or whatever, and you're going, oh, I can't bother to brush my teeth. It's really brushing my teeth, boring. Okay, if you go, okay, brush your teeth for a minute, 60 seconds, right? So you get in there, you start doing it, and then before you know it, you've been brushing teeth for 5-10 minutes. Okay, because that's the way it is. So chunk with it. So consistency starts with doing something, and you've got to pick your strategy. Pick what you want to be doing. So if say, for instance, your thing is video, just go, okay, I'm just going to do one video a day. I'm going to do one video. That's it. And you do one video, and then suddenly you start getting into it. It's like, yeah, I'm getting in the flow doing videos. Maybe I'll do two. Maybe I'll do two. Because yesterday it was really easy and I wanted to do more. And then suddenly you start doing videos, and then you start to get creative, and your brain starts kicking in, and then you start writing ideas down. Suddenly you can't write fast enough. And that's when you're in that creation flow, that flow of creation, just by doing one thing. But you've got to be consistent, because here's what happens. If you start marketing, you'll start attracting an audience. But if you stop marketing, that audience will disappear quicker than they came. Okay. If you stop doing something for a week, okay, people will start reaching out to you. Are you okay? Are you still doing this? What's happening? Okay. And it's damaging for you. Okay. So keep consistent. And you'll see people on TikTok. I was on TikTok yesterday. I was having a look around and seeing what the trends are. And a big trend right now is people. I mean, the thing is with TikTok, people just copy each other, but it's a lot better than it was, because what it was, it used to be, typing video type things, which was just horrible. But now they look a little bit more creative, where they're saying, if you post one video a day for 12 months, you'll never have to work again. Okay, then they were the kind of the lines verbatim as they were saying them. And it's interesting because it's true. And if you look at my podcast on episode 4 that I put out yesterday, I talk about the fact that 98% of people don't produce any content. So let me ask you, how the hell are you going to try and get some results by not promoting any content, by not creating any content? If content is the way, you might think, okay, paid ads. Paid ads is the way. I don't like to put myself on camera. Okay. Well, first of all, why don't you want to put yourself on camera? There are certain people who go, I don't want to be on camera. I want to do faceless videos. Why? What's the reason for it? Okay. How far has Gary Vee got by doing faceless videos? He's front and center. He's in there with his audience. Okay. So you've got to think about why. Why don't you want to put your face on camera? Because at some point you will. All right. At some point, let me just take that off. At some point you will do it, because there's value, and because you've gained the confidence, because you understand your audience, and because you go forward with what your audience wants and you go and deliver it. So why not do it from the start? Why not do that from the start? Okay. So be consistent. So let me just read this question out. It comes from Rajveer. Okay. It's a really well written question. So thanks for your question, Rajveer. Sorry if my pronunciation of your name isn't quite right. So I'll read this out. So he says, as you've been in the field of marketing for quite some time, I want to know how much time it takes to make the first sale of My Lead Gen Secret as per your experience. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's My Lead Gen Secret, whether it's Live Good, whether it's HBA, whatever it is. Okay, the answer is pretty much generic. Okay, so as per your experience. And there is a hustler who's working hard for a long time but not getting any results. Then, as per your experience, what should he do step by step so at least he can start earning at least $50 in 2 or 3 months, so that he has the faith that the thing on which I'm spending my time on really works, and I can slowly move ahead? Please give your guidance. It's a great question, because I'll tell you what, most people who start an online business have the same question. Okay, so let me start from the top. How much time it takes to make your first sale as per Marley Jen. Okay, what I will say about this is that when you start asking how long it will take to get my first sale, I'm going to tell you. Okay, but when you start looking at how long it's going to take to get a return, what you're actually doing subconsciously, you're putting a ceiling on that time frame. Okay, and what it does, it anchors subconsciously that time frame to your subconscious mind, and it's a limitation. So instead of thinking how long is it going to take, think about what is my audience doing and what do my audience want. Okay, and I know when you first get started you're going to go, well, what audience? I haven't got an audience. Well, actually, yes, you have. You just don't know it. So if you're doing more than just one strategy, i.e., if you're doing more than one thing, if Marley Gen Secret is what you're doing, then again, corroborate it. You're doing some sort of social media. Are you doing some kind of videos? Okay, find out what the kind of people that you're attracting. Because if you're not doing those things, then you're limiting yourself and you're making things difficult. Okay, so when you understand who your audience is, then you can write emails to those people. Okay, so going back to your question, it took me 3 weeks to get my first sale with one account. That was 5 years ago, and I would say it will be more difficult. Not more difficult. It will probably take a bit longer, possibly, to make your first sale now. But here's the thing: what if you? Right, another secret is if you forget completely about making sales and just think about serving your audience better and giving your audience what they want, that will serve you much better than putting a time frame on how long it's going to take to make a sale. Okay, because you will make sales. If you're consistent with this and you take my advice, I can guarantee that you'll make sales. I don't give many guarantees, but I can guarantee if you're consistent, then by default, you will. Okay, you'll make sales. When you're writing your emails, you're writing to your mate down the pub. You're writing to a friend, okay? And you want to be softly approached. What happens is most people write their emails like a declaration of war, or just a pure, I'm going to sell you some stuff. Here's my email. Please send my stuff, buy my stuff, and that's it. And a lot of people do the same thing. And if you take the opposite approach, okay. So pretty much what I do with Marley Gen, because I promote ClickBank, it'll be a case of, okay, how are you doing? The reason for the email today is, I'm just doing this. This is what I've got. Okay. And it's really kind of simple, but it's an easy read. Okay. And normally we address pain points. So talking about the cost of living, the cost of living is going up and a lot of people are really struggling, but some people are finding that, doing XYZ product is helping. Let me show you what they're doing. And you go through all the whys and the wherefores, and it's just very relaxed. That's Somali Gen. When you're doing general kind of email stuff, then and general videos, documenting your journey is priceless. I'm not going to talk about it here because I talk about it in episode 4 of the podcast. So have a look at that. But documenting your journey is powerful, powerful stuff. And yet people think it's not. As a beginner, most people think I've got nothing of value to share. Why should people listen to me? And it's wrong. Okay. Because what you've got is really, really powerful. So have a look at that podcast as well. Okay. When you ask about knowing that you've got the faith that what you're doing is working, to me, that means you haven't got the faith right now because you haven't made a sale. Okay. Have the faith in yourself, not the product, not the software, not whatever you're promoting. Have the faith in yourself to know that you're going to do this for the long term. Okay. You're going to be consistent every day. Now, this is a real contention, because when you look at videos, and when I get people on, and when I do sort of coaching, and I say, okay, are you being consistent? Yeah. Okay. What did you do yesterday? Well, I didn't kind of do anything yesterday because, okay, what about the day before that? And what happens is people understand they need to be consistent, but people aren't. So have the confidence in yourself to be consistent and move forward with it. And like I said, one of the big secrets of this is if you just forget about making the money, okay, just take it out of the equation completely and focus on writing better emails. Focus on what your audience wants. And if you just do that, it's kind of weird, like subconsciously, everything changes and people understand where you're coming from because your intentions are different. And I've heard people say this before by doing paid ads on YouTube. Okay, one person thinking about their audience, the other person thinking about how much money they're going to be bringing in and the numbers, and they put the adverts out, and one is successful and one isn't, because there's a nuance with the ad, there's a nuance with the emails. Okay, so just think about that. I know it's a lot to take on board, but it's true. Just think about your audience. And you know, to earn $50, I mean, what we're looking at now, it's Marley Jen is $30 a month. You get 5. So, you know, you're going to, if you look at making your first sort of 10 sales with Marley Jen, and then when you get people in, then follow up with them and look after them and nurture them. It's difficult sometimes with Marley Jen because you don't always get the details, the email details. But, you know, one of the things about being a successful online business owner is that we talk about the fortunes in the follow-up. And everyone knows that saying, that the fortunes in the follow-up, but how many people actually follow up properly? And when I say properly, I mean you send in follow-up emails, you're reaching out to them with personal videos on Loom. Okay, hey John, oh, not like that. Okay, it's a bit salesy, but you know, hey John, I see you've had a look at XYZ product. If you need any help, just let me know. I'm here. This is me. Blah blah blah. Okay, if you send somebody a personal video, that makes a massive difference. I remember the first time that happened to me. One of my mentors sent me a personal video, and I looked at it, and I clicked it, and it went, "Hey John, hey, hang on a minute." I had to rewind it. It was like, "This is a personal video. This is amazing." Okay, so emails, personal videos, Messenger, okay, all the different sort of channels that you use, and do it consistently. A follow-up every 2 or 3 days, okay, just so they know where you are and what you've got. Okay, so it's really important to do that. And I understand that as an online business owner with no experience, that can take you out of your comfort zone. Okay, well, you've got to go there because it's easy. Just doing a video, just talking to people, and you know, if you're vulnerable on camera, and if you do a personal video or any type of video and you go, "Hey, it's John McLauchlan," or "Hey, it's Dave," or whatever your name is, right, this is my first video. I got to tell you, I'm really nervous and I'm not even sure this tech's working. Anyway, I just want to give you this message real quick. That sets the scene for exactly who you are and what you're about. And people are more receptive to that than someone coming on trying to do a video that, you know, that kind of fake confidence, you know, "Oh, I'm really excited, this is really great, blah, 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 blah." Nobody really responds to that anymore. Okay, it's a bit like, you know, the TV ads in the 80s. Remember them? Okay, a lot were really creative, but a lot were really bad. Okay, and there's a lot of people out there doing really bad stuff where they're trying to be somebody. They're almost a persona or a caricature of themselves. And you never want to do that. Okay, so yeah. So you want to be earning at least $50 in 2 or 3 months, okay? Take those limitations away, okay? Forget about making the money and forget about the time, okay? Because again, subconsciously, you're putting those barriers in place. Because I've done it before where I've gone, okay, I want to be earning this month, this much in 3 months, okay? and you subconsciously set that target, and you mess about weaving and ducking and diving, and by the time you get to there, you've hit your exact target of what you wanted to do, rather than going, okay, I'm going to go straight up and I'm going to totally surpass those targets because I know what I'm doing and I'm now leveraging my time and I'm now creating more content. Let's go for it. Okay. So never put those limitations in place because it's dangerous. But yeah, just be consistent and you'll get there. I guarantee that. Okay. I guarantee that. And if you need any help, reach out to me, drop me a comment and we'll have a chat. Okay. And we can put you on the right tracks. Right. So that's it really. Okay. If you want any more advice, drop me a comment afterwards. I always answer the comments. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, then just go to the bottom, hit that subscribe button. And if you've got any questions, just reach out to me in the usual way. And hopefully next time I'll be using the software that I've got to come on live that didn't work. So I'm going to find out why it didn't work, so I can invite guests on, which will be better. And then next time we'll be in a better position. Anyway, we'll talk next time. Speak soon. Bye for now.